Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations, how's everyone doing? So today, we're looking at the final 2 episodes of Season 2 of Star Trek. So let's get started talking about it then. So the first episode we're talking about is the episode Bread and Circuses. So what happened in this episode? Well, Captain Kirk and his companions are forced to fight in gladiatorial games on a planet representing the Roman Empire, but possessing mid-20th century Earth technology. Honestly, I thought the battle sequences are good. One of the things that made me think, though, is the episode... the reason the episode was taking place in mid-20th century was because we're a little bit low on budget, or something that made me feel that, because at certain points, although, like, say, the idea of the gladiator parts is it look like it's like a television program, that's pretty cool, but also makes me think they didn't really have enough sets that they could use, so they thought, we're gonna have to film on the soundstage for this one. That's what it made me think of, honestly. But it's not a bad thing. It works for what it was trying to do, honestly. And we get some more friendship between Spock and Bones, and that they start to and that at one point they start to fight in the gladiators, and then Bones just say, I know why you're afraid, because if you suddenly learn to live, then suddenly you won't be able to know what to do.
Do you know why you're not afraid to die, Spock? You're more afraid of living.
And I guess that kind of makes sense for Spock, and also that makes sense for anyone in a way too. And I do gotta say that the main villain, he is honestly, he acts like he's this, like the Caesar goes say thumbs down when in gladiators, but at the same time, honestly, it can be a bit annoying in that he's just most of his say, do you agree, Captain? Do you agree? Or say, or do we have to have your friends and fight? Oh, and don't worry, your death shall be very slow and all that. I mean, that's what his I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of the actor. That's the kind of tone that he was trying to give off, where it was slow, menacing, and honestly, but it would kind of get grating at times. I think I think for this episode, they felt we need to have an episode that has a fight sequence similar to the past sequences that had gladiator sort of vibes.
You pointed-haired freak! Your men dying, not strangers.
And thought, okay. And this episode was written by Gene Roddenberry and Gene Elkoon, so yeah, you get some of those kind of vibes to it, and it works. But one issue I do have with this episode is at the end of most Trek episodes, they usually have a bit of okay, we've gone to this planet, now we have made things better for the future of this planet delay. That's not really the case for this episode, and the fact that they just run away before they can get attacked, but then later they just say, well, in 2,000 years, things will get better. And I mean, I feel reason they did that was because like, well, we're running low. Like, we don't really have enough time to change that because we spent so much time with the battle sequences and all that. So that's just how I feel. So let's go ahead and talk about the next episode, which is Assignment Earth. This episode is also written by Gene Roddenberry, and also the story is also done by Art Wallace and teleplayed by Art Wallace. This episode was actually originally written as a standalone half-hour television series. When no network chose to order a pilot for it, the script was reworked into Star Trek as a backdoor pilot for the proposed Assignment Earth series. However, the spin-off series was never produced. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, for this one, the vibes I got from it were like, say, Disney humor, like That Darn Cat. But what was this episode about? The U.S. Enterprise travels back through time to Earth 1968 Earth, where they encounter a interstellar agent planning to intervene in 20th century events. Kirk and Spock are uncertain of his motives, though. And honestly, before I watched this episode, I didn't really know. Okay, this is gonna have a new character, like a vibe where it's gonna be based. The one thing that made me think, okay, this maybe was originally going to be written as a Star Trek episode, isn't the fact that we spend so much time with Gary Seven and Roberta Lincoln. And I'll be honest, Roberta Lincoln, her character...
Stop it! Stop it!
I noticed this when it comes to females written characters in Trek, is that sometimes they were either written as women who were romantic foils for Kirk, or at times they were just romantic foils for someone else, or just goofballs. And in this episode, that seems to be the case. It seems like the idea for Assignment Earth would have been a more like science fiction version of something like, say, Bewitched or something like that. Mostly just because of the effects and all that they were trying to do. And I'll be honest, the episode can be kind of memorable. I will say that the idea of, I think he was trying to stop an event that would have caused the flight for a NASA project to go awry. Maybe that was the plot idea. I'm not really sure. Mostly it's because like at one point he's trying to change things that's going on in the vessel, and yeah.
Malfunction. Rocket is deviating from program flight path.
You can destroy it, of course.
You can. We're gonna lay an H-bomb on somebody somewhere.
Computers indicate an impact somewhere in the heart of the Euro-Asian...
I guess, basically, like, Seven's thing is he's trying to stop World War III from happening. And I guess, like, say they would use this rocket, like, spaceship to cause a explosion or something like that. I'm not really sure. There were so much things that were trying to be goofy that the whole tone of it would at times be kind of off kilter. And I'm gonna be honest, that although we have, like, this is where the whole Spock holding a cat image comes from. I'm gonna be honest, the fact that I feel like, although this was gonna be originally gonna be a show, I feel like, unfortunately, like, the humor that it was trying to do for this one, although it could be at times be a little silly, the issue with it though is that it didn't really vibe well when it came to Trek. It was trying to, like, we have this idea, we did not able to get anyone to sub, so just put Trek in it, and Gene Roddenberry. Because when it comes to Gene Roddenberry, he had a lot of ideas, but a lot of show ideas that he tried to do did not always work. So one thing he would do was he would implement these ideas into Trek, whether it was this, or sometimes he would, like, other ideas he would implement into Star Trek The Next Generation. So, what do y'all think of these episodes? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Put your thoughts in the comments down below. And, guys, the next time we talk about Star Trek, the original series, we'll be talking about Star Trek Season 3. Yeah. And yes, I do have Season 3 on Blu-ray. That's one thing I'm kind of proud of. So yeah, next time we talk about original run Star Trek Season 3, yeah. And I believe it's going to be the first episode, one of the first episodes is Spock's Frame, which I hear is not the greatest, but who's to say? I might enjoy it. I like some cheesy goofiness when it comes to my science fiction. So I'll see you guys later.